Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Monday. So, hopefully, you all had a wonderful weekend. You know, we are in the midst of, in the throes of Holy Week. Yesterday, we celebrated Palm Sunday, and so hopefully, you all will take advantage of all that your church is offering by way of, Holy Week. And if you're not sure what that is, we don't have time to unpack that in this video. Just do a little Google search and you'll find out. Me personally, I'm not going anywhere in person. Let me just say that. I am still worshiping from home, and I'm quite all right with that. Don't judge me, because I don't judge you. Now, let's jump into today. Well, before we jump into today's topic, I did want to just mention one other thing. Y'all, I am super excited because on Saturday, I've got to get up and get to my sister's earlier than I normally do, which means I'll be doing my car conversation earlier than normal, because I am going to be able to sample. Trish and Antoine are doing a healthy cooking demo, so I'm super excited about that. So I'm gonna get my sample on. I think we're having salmon. I'm not sure what else. And honestly, it doesn't even really matter, because I know, that it will be good. So I'm super excited about that. And then Sunday is my birthday, the 17th of April. So I'm super excited about that. And what else? Y'all, this is just going to be a great week. I feel it in my spirit. It's going to be a great week, not only for me, but also for you guys as well. So now we can jump into today's topic. Oh, and before I take that, I'm sorry, one more thing. Now, I told you guys that I was going to be debuting my magazine on the 17th. Fingers crossed that I'm able to still get that done. Like I said, I have the articles. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to, while it's uploading, and I'm going to be working on that, because I have the articles. I just want to move it from Canva to a different platform. So that's just it with that one. So now we can move into today's topic, and then the topic is whatever it takes. Do you all hear me? I said whatever it takes. Now, I'm going to say this. When I say whatever it takes, I'm talking about as long as it's legitimate, okay? Don't go out here doing stuff that's not legitimate and you fool around and get yourself in trouble. And we're talking about what Michelle said. No, Michelle said whatever it takes. But I'm talking about as long as it's legal, nobody's going to get hurt, or you're not going to hurt anyone, and all that other good stuff. Now, I was watching a video early, and if you know me, then you know I love me some Eric Thomas, and that was the topic of his video, whatever it takes. And he says, you were born with greatness in you. How long are you going to keep giving excuses? This person didn't do this, and this person didn't do that. I need you to really think about that. I need you to really, really think about that. How long are you going to keep giving excuses for why you're not where you said you wanted to be a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, heck, when you were a kid? We have too many excuses, and we need to cut that out. Because guess what? When you give excuses, do you realize all you're doing really is lying to yourself? You're not lying to me. You're not lying to the people that are watching you. You're lying to you. So let's stop with the excuses and start creating a game plan and doing what we said we wanted to do. And then he also said you need to write down your whys. Oh, I love this. You can put them in your journal, send yourself a text message, put them on a sticky note, place them in your car, place them on your wall, wherever it is that you want to place them. And he also said, record your family members' voices. And then, so he said, record them saying things like, he says, record your family members' voices and then listen to it every day when you don't feel like working, or you don't feel like doing anything. He said, listen to their voices. He said, record them saying, I need you to give 120% because my future is predicated on your presence. Ooh, so when your boss is getting on your nerves, he said, I want you to rise above your boss and go to your why. If your spouse is getting on your nerves, your children are getting on your nerves, whoever it is getting on your nerves, rise above that and go to your why. That's when you go to your why. See, because your why is going to keep you focused and remind you why you're doing what you're doing, why you put up with what you put up with. It's not because you just don't have anything else better to do and you just like being mistreated. You put up with that whatever that situation is because of your why. And so here are just some takeaways that I wanted to share with you all. These are just my own personal takeaways. Number one, I said you have to rise above the things that make you angry. I know it is so easy, you guys, it is so easy to let people drag you into a place or a space where you don't really want to be. So you have to learn to rise above that. When people are saying things about you, when people are maybe they're not supporting you, I need you to rise above that. Because there's always going to be, you may have 20 people over here that's not supporting what you're doing, but you have 30 people over here that are. Or maybe the numbers are mixed up. Maybe you have 30 people that aren't supporting you over here, but over here you got 10 people that are. Focus on the 10 that's supporting you. But whatever you do, you need to rise above those things or those people that force you to step outside of your character, if you will. Don't let people have you acting out and then you say, you know what, I can't believe I let them have me acting that way. Well, they did, because you know what, that just showed that in that moment, number one, you're human, but in that moment, they had a little more power over you than you had over you. So I need you to stay in character and rise above the foolishness that you may have to deal with on a daily basis. Pray about it. Pray about it and keep praying about it and don't stop praying about it. That's what I do. I mean, granted, I don't have a lot of stuff going on like that, but I'm just saying, I like to pray about everything, period. And then I said, don't forget about all the good that's going on in your life because you're only focusing on the bad. Sometimes we get so caught up with the bad things that are going on in our lives that we forget about all the good. I think I talked about this recently and I said, you know, it's interesting how you can have, I'm sorry, you guys, I need to roll my window up. I was talking about how you can have 100 things go right and people will always pick out that one thing that you didn't, I'm sorry, you can have 100 things that you've done right and people will pick out that one thing that you didn't do well. Isn't that interesting how that works? We do. We do that to other people. We do it to ourselves. So I need you to stop focusing on what isn't going right and focus more on what's going well. That's just like saying, well, Lord, you know, I asked you for ABCXYZ and I'm still waiting for it. And God has a reason why he hasn't blessed you with whatever that thing is that you've asked for. I don't have time to break down the reasons why, so we'll unpack that another time. But what about all the times that you called on God and he answered that prayer for you? What about all those times? Do we just forget about those because he didn't answer this one? Think about that. And next I said, know what your why is and remind yourself of it every day. You have to know what your why is. Why do you get up every day? Why do you go to work every day? Why do you do what you do every day? There's a reason why. Now, you may not always know what that reason is, but there's a reason why you do what you do. And if you don't know, then I need you to really sit down and take the time to figure out why you do what you do. There's a reason why you go to that job that you can't stand every day. You know what that why is? It's because you need to collect your paycheck at the end of the week or every 2 weeks or every month, however often you get paid. That's why you go. You don't go there to make friends. You could care less if those people like you or not. As long as they're respectful to you, you're going to be respectful to them. You're going to do the job that's assigned to you. And then at the end of the week or every 2 weeks, the 1st and the 15th, or however often you get paid, you're going to collect your paycheck and you're going to say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for keeping me through another cycle of this. And here's the other thing. You show your appreciation when you do the best that you can do as you're waiting for God to bless you with something else. Let's not forget about that. But you have to keep your why in mind. See, because when you forget about your why, that's when it's easy just to throw your hands up and say, all right, I give up. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. I don't care. And we all have been at that point at some point in time in our lives. If you haven't, keep on living. But when you remember your why, that's why you stick to doing what you do. And then I said, count your blessings and name them one by one. That goes back to the whole piece of not just focusing only on the things that aren't going well in your life. Count your blessings. I don't know about you all, but I do that every day. Every morning when I get up, I have my morning meditation and prayer meditation session, and I count my blessings. And I said, Lord, I may be leaving out something. If I am, charge it to my head, never to my heart. But I count the blessings because, number one, the blessing that God touched me and woke me up in the morning, that's the blessing. So you count that blessing if you don't count anything else. I count the blessing of having my family, my friends. I count the blessing of the purpose that God has given me for my life. And I want you all to do the same thing. And then lastly, I said, don't you dare give up. I know things right now may look hard. I know they may look difficult. They may look like you're never going to get to wherever it is that you're trying to go. And I get that. But don't you dare give up. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. Don't you give up. It's easy to give up. It really is, because we all have done it at some point in times of our some point in time in our lives. We all have thought about doing it, but I need you to keep going. Remember how I talked about before? Oh, I see my neighbor had her baby already. That's wonderful. Sorry, I digress. But I've talked about before how I lost my train of thought. Giving up. Giving up is so easy. It's so easy just to say, all right, I wash my hands, I'm done with it. But there's always somebody out there that's counting on you to do what you said you were going to do. Somebody's out there feeling motivated and they feel empowered because they're watching you do what you said you were going to do. So when you decide to give up, you're not just giving up on yourself. You're giving up on those people that watch you, that are counting on you to do what you said you were going to do, because it keeps them motivated to do what they said that they were going to do. And a lot of those people only stay motivated because they keep watching you. You are their inspiration. Do you all understand that? That's why I'm always going to stay on you all about not giving up. You are somebody's motivation somewhere. And I know what you're saying, because I hear your thoughts. I do. I really do. You say, but Michelle, look, it's not my job to be out here motivating folks. If they get motivated by me, that's great, but that's not my job. And I understand that. I do. But what you do, what you say, excuse me, how you conduct yourself, whether or not you follow through on whatever it is that you said you were going to do, makes a huge difference for somebody else. And ultimately, it's making a huge difference for you. So you guys, that's it. That's my time. Today I talked about whatever it takes. So I want you to go out there and I want you to complete the goals and the tasks that you set for yourself for this year. Because some of you all got away with not doing that last year, but we're not going to do that this year. This year, we're going to follow things all the way through. Excuse me, all my sinuses are draining. And I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I know I can do it. And I know we can do this, you guys. We just have to decide that we're going to do it no matter what it takes. So that's it. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. If you all are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there and do that. Michelle, you can make it happen with Michelle. Or if you type in Michelle's Making It Happen, I think it'll still come up that way as well. So please do that for me. Please, please, please. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you hit that follow button. Follow me. I put out vlogs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I also put out a podcast on Saturday as well, because my goal is to speak life into as many people as I possibly can. That is my assignment. That's my God-given assignment. And I am walking in it just as boldly as I can. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. I missed you guys. It's always a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Y'all know the drill. You know my spiel. I love you all to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it, because I'm going to love you all no matter what. No matter what. I believe in you. So go out there and do and be the best that you possibly can. Until Wednesday's car conversation, take care.